State and local leaders taking the fight to Washington. They're looking for federal solutions to the blue-green algae that continues to plague Florida waters.
And now the State Department of Environmental Protection is testing samples of the algae in Cape Coral. This is brand new video recorded this afternoon at Clipper Bay condos right off Del Prado Boulevard. Health officials say the algae could pose a risk to both kids and the elderly. 4 in Your Corner has team coverage on this developing water crisis. We begin tonight with Sam Sosa with more on what's happening in Washington to protect your health and save our coast. Sam?
Patrick, Amy, that's right. Activists from here in Southwest Florida met with Florida congressmen and government officials to convince them that this water problem is more than a nuisance. It's a matter of life or death.
Who's got the power? We got the power!
Activists taking their concerns to Washington this morning for what they call an ecological disaster.
What's it going to take before we actually make this change? Someone to die? I've already witnessed many of my friends lose their arms and legs because of the bacterial levels right here in our local waters in Fort Myers Beach.
John Heim, leader of the Southwest Florida Clean Water Movement, is very vocal about the issues we face here in our waters. People finding blue-green algae all over Southwest Florida, most recently in Cape Coral. Heim telling political leaders the green goop comes from Lake Okeechobee and it's hurting Lee County's economy.
I don't need to remind you that we are based 100% on tourism. Without clean water, we will not make it as a community.
I called Brett Cox, an administrator of the Southwest Florida Clean Water Movement, as he was waiting at the airport to get back to Fort Myers. He says their message was loud and clear.
I'm pretty sure we got a message through. It's going national, which is keeping it in the spotlight and putting pressure on people. That's all we can do.
Senator Bill Nelson even joining the discussion, criticizing the government for misusing funds that could have purchased land south of Lake O to filter the polluted water.
They ought to be buying land with Amendment 1 money. And the staff will keep the pressure on. We'll get it done.
And Senator Nelson will be visiting Fort Myers tomorrow to further discuss the algae issue. Count on Fox 4 to bring you that story. Live in the studio, Sam Sosa, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you, Sam. And the Army Corps of Engineers has just announced it's reducing water flows from Lake O, and that will start tomorrow. This will be the second time in 2 weeks that they've slowed discharges. For months now, the Corps has been dumping water from Lake O into the Caloosahatchee and St. Lucie rivers. They're doing this, they say, to stabilize the lake's water level. The move has been met with a lot of resistance lately, as many believe the pollution in Lake O is what's fueling these algae blooms.